In this problem, we're directed to find the slope of the line through the 2 points, and then we're given two points here. We're given 17, 6, and we're given negative 18, negative 10. So the first thing I'm going to do in this problem is I'm going to label one of these ordered pairs as point 1, and then I'm going to label the second set of ordered pair as point 2. So what we have here is point 1, and I'm going to label that as 17, 6. And then we have point 2 that I'm going to label as negative 18, negative 10. Now, it doesn't matter which one you call point 1 or point 2, that it will turn out exactly the same if you do your math right. But with any ordered pair, the first number is going to be your x coordinate, and then the second number is always going to be your y coordinate. Now, since we are talking about point 1 here, 17 is going to be my x1, and 6 is going to be my y1. Now in the second ordered pair, we have negative 18, negative 10. The negative 18 is my x. The negative 10 is going to be my y. And since this is point 2, we're going to say that negative 18 is x2, and then that negative 10 is going to be the y2. Now in order to find the slope through these 2 points, what we're going to need to do is use the slope formula, which says m is going to be equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then all I'm going to do is come back over here and replace y2, y1, x2, and x1 with what I've labeled them to be over here. So we're going to have m is going to be equal to y2, which we labeled as negative 10, minus y1, which we labeled as 6. And that's going to be over x2, which we labeled as negative 18, minus x1, which we labeled as 17. Now, from here, I'm going to take a negative 10 and I'm going to combine that with a negative 6, and that's going to give me a negative 16. And then I'm going to take a negative 18 and combine that with a negative 17, which is going to give me a negative 35. Now, as one final step, what I need to do is make sure that there's nothing I can divide 16 and 35 by. I don't know of any numbers that we can do that. However, we do have 2 negatives here, so when you take a negative divided by negative, you are going to wind up with a positive. And so what we can do is we can just drop off those negatives, and we're going to wind up with 16 over 35, and that will be the slope of our line that passes through those 2 points.